Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Guys, we made it to Friday. Yay! How are you guys doing this great Friday morning? It is gonna be a wonderful day. The sun is out shining. The wind is not blowing us around. And it's gonna get up in the 60s today. So we're not gonna be freezing. So how are you guys doing? Today, I want to talk about, and I know other people have talked about it too, but I want to throw in my 2 cents worth on this. I think it's the Entertainment Tonight interview that they did with Gypsy and Ken. Oh my goodness. Guys, we're going to talk about it. So I'm not doing the whole interview. I just got some clips in here that I want to throw some of my opinions in and see if y'all have noticed it. And also, I want to know what you guys think about some of this. So let's start off. Let's do our first clip.
Congratulations on your baby.
Thank you so much.
Little Aurora, now 2 months old.
2 months.
Just over 2 months now.
Yeah.
Where the baby? I mean, you don't look like you had a baby 2 months ago.
I was all belly, so as soon as I had her, weight dropped off.
The elastic Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Okay, they want to start the interview congratulating her on her baby. Okay, that's fine. But then she wants to talk about, oh, I was just all baby. As soon as it came out, I was like this. You know, to me, all she's been doing since she's had this baby is been fat shaming the people, you know, and making people feel bad that once they had that baby, that they're not, they don't go back to as skinny as what they were beforehand. And we all know it took 9 months for you to get to be that size where you had the baby. It takes 9 months for your body to get back the way it was before you had the baby. And I don't know, I think she is smaller now than what she was before she even got pregnant. Allegedly, I feel like she's doing something to make her lose the baby. I keep watching to see if she's gonna get that Ozempic face. But guys, how would we know? She photoshops everything. Okay, guys. Next
Being a mom is getting to see her little personality develop.
Already?
She's meeting those milestones perfectly. She's starting to smile. Like, she's starting to show us who she is and what she's about.
How does she do in Ken's arms?
Amazing.
I got all the best burping techniques. I got the best calming
I'm
techniques.
jealous.
I'm the one.
Your energy is centered and calm, and that's right. Babies are like puppies; they can feel, they know, right?
You're the first one to say that about me, but all right, I'll take it.
I like it, Ken.
Know about him being a calming person. I really don't think he is. I think he's nervous. He keeps doing, you know, shaking his leg, keeps doing all these facial things. But, you know, we saw what kind of person he really was when he went on to Morbid's Live and he started calling Nina the names he was calling her. Not only that, also, what about his lies and the way he was lying about, you know, lying, laughing about Pink Pony Club and getting her thrown out. That's the kind of person he is. He is a ruthless, I just think he's a horrible person, personally. I don't know what you guys think, and he's also a weirdo. You wrote to somebody in prison and married them. You're a weirdo, especially somebody that talked and looked like a little girl. That says something. All right, guys, let's go on.
So what was the highlight? You've had a lot of action.
A lot of action. I think the highlight, and not to sound cheesy, but the highlight was reconnecting with Ken. You know, we spent a few weeks together of just weekends where we just had a blast, reconnecting, going on a boat tour, going to jazz festival in New Orleans. And then having a baby.
And then
I got pregnant.
We're gonna have a baby.
Busy.
That is really telling because for her highlight was Ken. And she wanted to talk about everything that her and Ken did. But if you notice, Ken had to come in and said, and you had a baby. So that tells you that baby is the last thing on her mind. The baby was not the highlight. Most mothers will say the highlight would be getting pregnant and having their child. But no, not Gypsy Rose. That's not our highlight. Let's move on.
I realize where my mom went wrong, and with that knowledge, I'm taking it, applying it, and choosing not to follow
Is there
in my
a specific
mom's
way
footsteps.
she went wrong, or do you mean just in
general?
In general, the
In
story
general,
everyone knows.
Yeah, the story everyone knows, and little things that maybe people don't know, or just kind of decisions that she made. Like, she didn't have a baby shower, and so I chose to have a baby shower. It's just kind of like little things that are not really so significant, but it individualizes me as a mom and separates me from my mom.
I went to a childhood, I went to a retreat one time to learn about, the patterns of childhood. But a lot of times we either adopt things like our parents, we become just exactly like them, or we act in total rejection of them, like, oh, I'm not going to be that. Do you ever catch yourself doing one or the other?
Absolutely. I feel like I reject a lot of the things that my mom did and apply more things that is kind of like we work on things and decisions together whenever it comes to Aurora. So, for example, I got my ears pierced as a baby. And I asked Ken, I was like, should we get her ears pierced? So I got mine pierced as a baby. He's like, no, she can decide that when she's 13. I was like, okay, that works.
I'm with Ken.
This one, I really feel sorry for the interviewer because he's trying to get specifics. What differently are you going to do than your mother? And the first thing she brings up is a baby shower? Oh, I had a baby shower and she didn't. Well, baby, you don't decide if you're having a baby shower. You have the baby. You don't give yourself a baby shower. Somebody gives you the baby shower. That's family, friends come together and they host you a baby shower. So how is that going to make you a better mother because you had a baby shower? And then you want to talk about getting the ears pierced. Oh, I asked Ken. Well, you didn't make your own decision. You asked Ken, and Ken told you what you were going to do. Where's the decision Gypsy Rose made? And be specific. What differently are you going to do than your mother? I think I have one. Maybe it's that you're not going to spend very much time with your baby. Because you keep leaving the baby, going to concerts, LA. You let Christy hold the baby when the baby is scared having their first shots. You're not there. You let your not even your mother. You let a friend of the family, because Christy is not any kin to this baby. So you just let somebody else hold the baby while they're scared getting their shots. Yeah. And I'm not saying Dee Dee was the best mother, but she was there for you. I can say that.
What did it?
Well, for me, I always felt like a very strong connection. Like we were, as they say, cut from the same cloth. It's like when you're so connected to someone that you really don't need words to speak to them. They're there for you. And that was what I felt for him 7 years ago, and it still rings true today.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, it was like the chemistry, the connection that we had, the ability to talk for hours on end and not get bored, and just realizing that this is very much my person, you know, someone who I confided in with everything, and yeah, someone who I just really enjoyed having in my
I
life.
would have to say that she's true on this one. They are cut from the same cloth. The only difference is that his mama's still there. That's all I can say, because they're both liars and they're both bullies. But, whenever Ken come up there and said that, Ken, why don't you explain why you left her in prison? Or did you not really leave her in prison? Were y'all still together when she got with Ryan, so she would have a good place to parole to that's closer to her mom, and he looked better on paper? That's my conspiracy theory, is that they were always still together, even in prison. I just think they played a game on Ryan for her to get out of jail and parole to his house, so that he would look better for her to go on and get out. I don't know. Tell me what you think down in the comments. But that's what I think. I could be wrong, but I mean, that's just what it sounds like.
Like we have a plan.
And we will roll this story out, not let Aurora put the pieces together
Right.
Yeah.
on her own.
Yeah, I mean, we've obviously had this discussion. We know that that day will come at some point, and I think that like we have a plan. We're gonna, navigate that as a family, come together, have those conversations when she's old enough to understand, and maybe have some therapy in the mix too for all of us, her included. And I just know that with the connections that we all have and the family circle that we have, that we're gonna get through it just fine as a family.
Guys, I know I got some of these clips a little mixed up. I'm not the best at editing, so I do apologize now. I just cut out some clips that I wanted to discuss, so sorry. But, they're gonna get some therapists involved. I really think, on a serious note, I think Aurora will probably need therapy, because and she'll probably find out that her mom is a murderer far younger than what she needs to, because we all know that children are mean. And they pick up on what their parents say. And, I don't know, kindergarten, first grade. There could be a kid that come home and said, and go back to school and tell Aurora, hey, my mama said that your mama killed your grandmother. I mean, that could come out. It could. But I think the main thing is, if they really do love Aurora as much as they say they do, Gypsy needs to get therapy right now. She needs to change who she is, because you can tell through the interviews, Aurora is the last thing on her mind. She doesn't care. And I think that's sad. And why, and Ken, I think all he cares about is the money, in my opinion. Because why wouldn't he want the woman the mother of his child, to be healthy in the brain? Why? This is the person that's raising your child. And then his own mother is lying for her. So to me, all of them need therapy, because they're all in bed together. That's sad. I think I got one more
Punches
clip.
pretty well, I'll say that. You sent a message to the Menendez brothers, right?
I think I got interviewed and they asked me my opinion on it.
Like, you said, don't
Yeah,
go running into Hollywood.
Don't run into Hollywood, because it is stressful. Coming out of prison is very
They don't
stressful.
need to. Did you know this? The Menendez brothers have made like all kinds of Bitcoin money.
I don't even
had no
know
idea.
what Bitcoin
Eric made
is.
like $3.5 million on the Bitcoin. He's making money on his laptop. in
No
there.
way.
Oh yeah.
What?
These are
nuts.
smart guys.
That's nuts.
Wow.
Like, they're not coming out completely broke.
That's good.
So funny is every time somebody wants to bring up the Menendez brothers, you can see the disdain in Gypsy, because she don't want anybody to take her 15 minutes, and she's scared that if the Menendez brothers come out, then they're going to take her 15 minutes. Because they will. There's more people behind them. Because there's proof that they were ABUSED'd. There's proof. Unlike Gypsy, where there's no proof. Not only that, they own what they do. They own it. And guys, this is what got me. Did you see when the interviewer starts talking about Bitcoin and how much money the Menendez brothers have made off Bitcoin? Here you got Gypsy. I don't even know what that is. Yes, you do. Just shut your mouth. Yes, you do. But did you see Ken? You see the wheels turning in his brain? And he's probably thinking, I wrote to the wrong murderer. Maybe I should have wrote to the Menendez brothers instead. He went home and got his notepad and pencil, and he's starting to write the Menendez brothers. He don't care which one. He just wants to get in there with one of them because they got more money than Gypsy does. Because y'all know he likes men anyways, better than women, which that's okay. Who cares who you like? I mean, this is 2025. It doesn't matter. But I think that he's thinking, I wrote the wrong one. I should have been concentrating on one of them in California instead of old Gyp Dip. I wouldn't have all this controversy. Guys, what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. I'm sorry, I know that this video is everywhere, but there was just her interviews didn't make any sense. The answers that she gave was just so out there. Guys, let me know. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.